I'll bring you a new update, kind of show you what we got going on with these Avalon boats. We've got the majority of the top pretty much done, just about ready to pull it off and put it off to storage. And we can flip the bottom over, start working on it. But I kind of wanted to show you what the ideas and what we're brainstorming, and also get your opinions of kind of what would you see if, say, a boat like this that you would like to see. What we got going on here in the front deck, obviously this is kind of be solid deck here. What we're going to do on the black, until I've been using my little finger paints, the black boxes here essentially are going to be rod boxes and storage on both of these. I mean, it's 16 inches wide by 36 inches long, so it'll be a giant door. What we're going to do is actually going to be finished fiberglass boxes in here, and we'll probably run it up a little bit further up in here and cut 1 or 2 slots, either cut like a big rectangle out here or kind of make a slot for your rods to slide through on that end of it. And then the rest of it will be finished on both of these on both sides. So you can use life jackets, rods, whatever you want to do. You kind of pick and choose which side you want. We got going on here, essentially in a tiller model, kind of an option we're thinking about doing is the blue right here will actually be a live well. So you can either be a dry storage if you don't care for a live well, or we can make this a live well. So this is 20 inches by 20 inches by 12. It gives us roughly about 20-gallon live well here. This is 16 by 20, and this right here be a dry storage. So being at 16 inches wide, you should be able to put, I mean, at least half a dozen of the Plano 3700 series boxes. Obviously a little bit more room if you had a 3600 and anything smaller, your worms, just anything that you want, tools, whatever you want to put in there. This one's actually going to be, if we did, say, a live well here, the interior of this box is actually going to be removable. That way we can pull it up, and if you got to get to any of your fittings or anything like that, you'll be able to access them if we put a pump in the front, depending if we put in the back or the front. But we decided to put it in the front, pull this box out, and you'll be able to get to your plumbing. So you do a live well here. Move over to the back. Kind of the idea is we're going to do, thinking about doing split doors, mainly because right here we would need some strength in the back door. If we put too many doors, we're not going to have a whole lot of strength in it without making it extremely heavy. Also, put a seat pedestal. One of the slim lines are about 4 inches wide. We can put it running in this direction here, so you have a rear seat pedestal, if so choose. So we have double doors on the back right here to access your battery compartment, fuel tank, bilge pumps, if we had area pump, any of that kind of stuff in the back here. So one of the things we're looking at is probably doing kind of a built-in gas tank to make some that's 13-gallon tank. So it'll basically be about 10.5 inches tall, and about 32 inches wide, which will still give you plenty of room to have batteries in the back here. You put all your batteries, 2, 3 batteries, whatever you want to put. It's kind of the thought process. Instead of just the little handheld plastic tanks, is do something nice and have 13 gallons. So you have plenty of gas for what you're doing, especially with the new 4-strokes. Here on these blue and those little side seats, and like I said, this is kind of laid out right now for the tiller version, is we're thinking about doing dry storage, putting boxes on both sides of these, and doing dry storage boxes here. Maybe even insulate maybe at least one of them and make a cooler out of it. And your drain will just come down the floor, come out the back. What kind of an idea there? Obviously the door, we're going to lose probably about 2 inches on the side here, because we're going to run the sidewall over a little bit. Obviously give us a little bit extra strength going around the lips. And like I said, if you had a console model, this is actually going to be solid all the way across. So we still keep the doors here on the side for both versions. Here would actually be your live well in a console model. So you're probably looking at about a 25-gallon tank at that point, maybe even closer to 30 gallons of this being a giant live well in the back of it, much like your bigger bass boats. And if you had a console model, obviously your console will be sitting here. Keep the same layout on these 3 boxes up here. This one right here now can become a dry storage. So now you got a 20 by 20 dry storage. So you got split storage. You can kind of separate your tackle, your gear, whatever you want to do. Give you some different options on those. So that's kind of the idea. So give us your thoughts. If there's a different layout, gas tanks, anything like that, sure be appreciated. Like I said, we're just kind of brainstorming, but that's kind of what we're looking at right now. And stay tuned for future updates.